Hey guys, welcome for your Watch Me First for week 2. We are well into the semester, 1 week already over. So let us see what is there for your week 2. This Watch Me First is going to be once again posted right at the very top over here. Okay, so this week you have a discussion board that is due, but let's look at what are the documents that are there in your D2L. So when you open up week 2, it looks like this, and for your documents that you have, since this is an intro to research course, I actually have a small PDF for you to read about introduction to research, which has quantitative and qualitative research. When you guys do collect data and analyze, it's easier sometimes to use archival data that is already available, which is in numerical form, which is what is quantitative research. Qualitative research is more about opinions, thoughts, and coding. So those are the differences between them, and you have more on those. You also have what is called mixed research, which is a combination of two. So you're going to think about what kind of research you do anticipate doing, and then think about your research question. Research question is one of the things that is most important that you are going to develop, and your literature review is all based on your research question. So I have a chapter from Creswell. I also have a sample research question process over here that you can read. I have purpose statement and research question stems that can help you. Okay. Discussion board is all about you coming up, finalizing what your research question is, because it needs to be a measurable research question. It needs to be specific enough. It needs to have your participants, the variables, and all of those things. So I am going to help you come to that research question, which is what your discussion board is about. So let us look at the assignment that is there. So for your assignment, this discussion board, and I'm going to mark it again so that you guys can see it, which one I'm talking about. This discussion board, This discussion board is a formative ongoing discussion board. It's going to go on for 2 weeks, because what you are doing in part 1 this week, by the end of this week, you should have made your initial post. That is what you are getting graded on. You're more than welcome to look at other peers, reply to them, do all of those things, because that is going to be your part 2, is where you are revising your initial post at least 2 times by feedback from the peers or from the instructor. But for getting credit for this week, you have to have made your initial post with your research topic and research problem, your purpose statement, your research question, and it should be in a question form with the question mark, research question, and your type of study, whether you're doing quantitative, qualitative, mixed. What do you think about doing it? You're going to continue revising and refining it till you have a final research question, which again is another grade. So you're basically getting 2 grades for the same thing that you are doing as a process. When you see, you're going to see on the schedule that week 3 and week 4, I actually have Zoom meeting schedules for you guys to work through it even in person. Okay, and you'll have choices for that in the next 2 weeks. But this is what your formative research question discussion board is, and this is where the rubric is if you want to look at the rubric. So I'm going to go back and open up the rubric so that you guys can see that. So here is your rubric. Your total point for the discussion board is 20. You have your 5 points for posting it by the end of this week. There is no late work on discussion boards, okay? So I don't want you losing your 5 points for this. And not only do you lose your 5 points, you also lose the timely posting over here. So that is some things to think about. Is you are going to revise thoughtfully using the feedback, or going to show all of this, and then at least 2 responses comes from the next week. So this is basically the first row is your part 1, and part of it is this, and then this is your second week that's happening. So this is your rubric. If you have any questions, please ask, post them on the course question discussion board. I am always very happy to answer those. And the best, even the peers can answer, your classmates can answer you, and sometimes that's faster than I can get to you, but I would be happy to answer any questions that you have. So let's recap. I'm going to recap, go back. I have some readings in here for you guys to read. You get a question stem. You talked about research questions. It's a Creswell book chapter, and you can read about it. Even in your HALT book, they talk about research question a little bit. And then you have your rubric here, and you have your discussion topic. One thing that I do want you guys to know is please keep it one thread. So when you post your initial discussion, I give you feedback. You'll reply to it till I tell you make a new post, because that helps us know where we are coming from and keeps everything together. Okay, so that is going to be your assignments for this week, and I look forward to getting started on this journey.